Hello, and welcome to today's episode. The Bible is referred to as the living Word of God. It isn't a book that is meant simply to be read. It is a perspective-altering substance that is meant to be ingested and absorbed into you. And when it becomes a part of you, it changes you. And that is exactly what it is meant to do. A psalm is a spiritual song based on a profound foundational insight that is expressed in the form of music, which is usually played on a harp. This is my own paraphrase of the Psalms. Now, there is an important difference between a paraphrase and a translation, and it is important to understand what that difference is. A translation takes a text word by word, and it finds the most accurate word in another language to convey the meaning of that original word. But sometimes getting the details right can come at the expense of the big picture. For example, the literal translation for a butt dial and the literal translation for a booty call could end up being exactly the same if they were both translated very literally into another language. But we all know that those are two very different ideas. A paraphrase, on the other hand, is attempting to capture the spirit of the idea that is being expressed. But both approaches come with their own disadvantages. Sometimes the most literal translation for each word, while technically accurate, loses something in its translation. For example, if you were to translate the phrase, "cat got your tongue," into another language, it would make no sense to them. Why would a cat grab your tongue? What are you even talking about? In order to convey the original idea, you would have to find out which saying is used in that other language to express the same concept. But it might not involve a cat, or even any animal at all. So the literal translation would not be a very accurate one. But in a case like the one that I just described, the idea is more important than sticking to a very literal translation that loses all of its intended meaning. However, because paraphrases are an individual's interpretation of the underlying idea, instead of a rigorous academic translation of the word, they are not as objectively accurate as a translation is. A paraphrase is a lot more subjective, and that makes it much more susceptible to interpretations that are way off the mark of the original text's intent. The focus of a translation is on detailed accuracy, and sometimes the broader picture is not conveyed very clearly as a result. The focus of a paraphrase is on painting that big picture, but it often loses the accuracy of the finer details. Both are useful as long as you understand which is which, and what the disadvantages to each approach are. And that is why I recommend using both an accurate translation, like the New American Standard, and a responsible paraphrase. Psalm 25, Part A, the first 11 verses. Deep inside of me, I hold out the core of my soul to you, Most High. For you are my God, and I trust you. Please do not let me be humiliated, and do not allow my enemies to gloat over me. The truth is that no one who trusts in you will be abandoned to true shame. But stigma and humiliation absolutely do await those who are duplicitous for absolutely no reason in their interactions with others. Reveal your ways to me, Most High, so that I may truly know them. Teach me your paths so that they are familiar to me. Guide me into the depths of your truth and tutor me so that I may understand and fully comprehend it. After all, you are the God who rescues me with your saving grace and hands me victory. And as such, all day long, my hope remains in you. Do not neglect your compassion and your grace, Most High. After all, these values are eternal, and they have both been with you from the very beginning. Do not remember the bad choices that I made when I was young. All of my youthful mistakes and indiscretions, the wild oats that I sowed, and my countless failures. Instead, remember me, which would be fully consistent with your abundant mercy and unmerited love, because you are good, Most High. It is simply truth that the Most High is worthy and fair, which is exactly why he corrects those who fall short, and he teaches them the best way to actually hit the mark. He leads the suffering to justice, and he teaches his much higher ways to those who are humble enough to receive his directions. For all of the paths that are forged by the Most High lead to truth and to spontaneous mercy for everyone who keeps the covenant that he made, and for those who absorb the lessons of his teachings. So for the sake of your own sterling reputation, Most High, forgive the deliberate wrongs that I commit in my own stubbornness, even though I know that they are truly significant, and wash all of them off of me. I pray that whatever voice God might choose to give me in this world, he would also give me the words that I should use it for. These words have meaning for me, and if they had some meaning for you as well, then I am truly grateful that we have both been given a gift from above and from each other. Have a good day out there, my friends.